Hello, I'm going to show you how to do some finger knitting today. Finger knitting basically produces this long sort of cord, sausagey type knitted item. This is done with fairly thick wool, so it's a bit tighter. If you're using thinner wool, it'll look a bit looser than this as well. So it's a sort of frail but fun and soft looking knitting. All you need for finger knitting is some wool. There we go. I'm going to put it this side because our cat's watching and she keeps trying to take the wool. So to start, I use my left hand for the knitting and my right hand for the doing. I put the wool, so with a little end between my thumb and my index finger, here's a little end there. And then I go over, under, over and under. And then you do it round, under, over. And then you have to go round again because you're going to have to knit it in a minute. Over, under, and round again, under, over. And then this one you tuck in by your thumb. So you should have two on each finger. I find it easiest to then start on the little finger, and you basically pull it over like this and like this. And then it gets a bit stuck, so you can move them along a bit if it's easier. And then when you're beginning, you've actually got a piece of loose thread, so you just push that there, so it's okay. Then you take your thread again and you go over, under, over and round, under, over and tuck it in. And again, you've always got two of these threads then on your fingers. So you take the bottom one off the little finger. I think it's easiest to start at the little finger. I don't think it matters too much if you start at one end or the other, but it just helps keep it in that order. Over, push that over, and push that over. And then you're ready to go again. And then as you're going along, you can give it a little tug at the back by using the little string, and that sort of tightens it all for you. Now, a common mistake I see people do when they're doing finger knitting is when they're wrapping it, the sort of wrap bit goes there by accident rather than over the top. Not that it really matters, but it means that when you're then picking to put over, you pick up the long loop by accident, and it confuses what you're doing. So when you're learning, make sure you take your time to, when you're putting it over, that you've got this kind of order. So the old thread there, the new one there, and then you wrap it round, and then you wrap it round again, and then you catch it. Oh, that was a bit too close, wasn't it? Here we go. So you go over. Oh, see, even experienced knitters can make a little mistake, which is fine. Over, over, and over. And then as it grows, so you can keep tucking it, and you can see this little ladder forming at the back, and eventually it will look like this as it gets longer. And then to cast off, you put your little one over the finger and coast over, then you put this one again over that finger and put that one over, take the remaining loop again over the last finger and put it over, and then you're left with one loop, and all you do is you cut the string, and then you push that through, and then you've got your cast off thread. Now this looks a bit funny because obviously I've only done a few rows, but I promise you it will look like this the more you do. And then the question, you know, my kids are making lots of little scarves for their toys, or you can sort of sew it together, make a little heart, or turn it into a little flower, lots of different things you can do. And also I find, depending whether an adult makes it or a child, they'll be tighter or looser because obviously you've got bigger hands or smaller hands. Anyway, have lots of fun finger knitting, do lots of experimenting and enjoy. Bye bye.